Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well today. A little early. Time is it? It's 9 minutes past. Hi, Penny. It's a bit of a rainy, cloudy day on the Gold Coast in Australia today. I'll be back in a moment. Hi, Galen. Who else do we have? Hi, Deb. Good morning, beautiful lady. Back at you, Galen. Hi, Melinda. Morning, Jill. Time is it? We have 8:11. So just while we're waiting today, would anyone that's joined us right now like to choose one of these Bali blessing cards, and I'll read the meaning of it? Penny, Galen, Deb, Jill, would you like to choose one? If you do, let me know whether you want from the front, the middle, or the end. I bought these beautiful cards in Bali, and I always have them at my classes when I teach. No one willing today? Or you're all getting in the zone of the class? You've already had a turn. That's all right. Maybe you deserve another one. Middle, please, Jill. Okay, thank you. So, simplicity. Simplicity. Simplicity is the quality of being easy to understand or use. It is being plain or not fancy or complicated. Something that is simple or ordinary but enjoyable. The state of being uncomplicated. Interpretation, life is actually really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. By Confucius. Thank you, Jill, playing along there and bringing some simplicity into the class today. All right. 8:13, so we've got a couple more minutes to see who else. If you're out there watching, pop your name in the comments to let me know that you're there, either now or at the end of the class. Deb, how is the music today, Deb? Can you let me know? Sorry, I've taken you off your mat if you're relaxing and getting into your peaceful vibes there. Good morning, Debbie. We've got another minute to go before we start. Just start to make yourself feel comfortable. Okay, thanks, Deb. Good morning, Tanya. I just turned it up a little bit. All right. Thank you for joining me again, being present on your mat on this Good Friday morning. Let's just sit comfortably any way you choose. Just ground down through the sit bones, walk the flesh out. You can be on a pillow or a blanket or down onto your mat. Close down the eyes. Start to check in with your inhalations in through the nose. Noticing the cool sensations as you inhale in. Scan how the body feels. You're holding any tension anywhere in the shoulders, the neck, the forehead. Try to send some breath there to relax. You can either have your hands on the knees or at your heart center. Let's practice Nadi Shodhana this morning, a beautiful Ayurveda breathing exercise. I want you to raise your right hand up and curl the 3 middle fingers down. Just slowly press the right thumb over the right side of the nostril. And take an inhalation in through the left side of the nose. Seal with the little finger and breathe all breath out through the right. Inhale in through the right. Seal with the thumb and breathe breath out through the left. As you inhale in through the left, feel some peaceful, beautiful vibes into the body. Breathing that breath into our airways. Close with the little finger and breathe breath out through the right. Bring the hands together in prayer or on your knees, wherever you're comfortable. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears, slowly move them up. And in your own time, release them down. Gently, gently, gently. A little more until they fall into place. One more of these, raise them up towards the ears. And then slowly allow them to melt down. We're just becoming present with our bodies. Inhaling in, raising the shoulders up towards the ears. A little more. And then slowly release them back down into place. Let's set an intention for bringing you to your mat today. Could be lengthening your calf muscles, could be finding some inner peace. Whatever your intention is, breathe it in and exhale it out to the universe. Manifesting what we want to achieve in the practice. Slowly open the eyes, place the hands onto the knees. And today we're just going to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder before we begin our asanas. Breathe into the left side of the neck. Feel any tension releasing, send some peaceful vibes as you breathe in. Moving the head back to center and dropping the left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathing into the right side of the neck. Breathe, relax, release. You can soften the eyes, close the eyes as you do this. Unless you're feeling a little giddy or dizzy, you can open the eyes. Move the head back to center and drop the head back, breathing into the front of the neck, taking those small sips of breath through the nose. One more breath, release the head back to center and drop the chin to chest. Sending breath to the back of the neck, releasing, letting go of any tension you're holding in the neck. Taking a long, deep inhalation in through the nose. Feel it rise up the spine, up the back of the neck, through the crown of the head, and release, let go, all breath out. Moving the head back to center. And let's move to all fours onto the mat. We're just going to do some cat-cows to wake up the spine this morning. Remember spreading the fingers nice and wide underneath the shoulders. Spread them out, gather them in, press them down, then go up. Is our mantra. Knees hip-width distance apart underneath the hips and the tops of the feet onto the mat. So we're going to lower the belly, we're going to curl the tailbone. We're just going to gently look up, broaden through the chest. And then as we send all breath out, we're going to breathe into the core, round the spine, arching up like the cat. Lower the belly as you inhale in, just let the belly hang. Broaden through the chest, look up, curl the tailbone. Round the spine, arch up, nice and high like the cat. Lower the head. As you inhale in, curl the tailbone, one more of these. Round through the spine, the lower back, broaden through the chest, looking up. And then round the spine. Moving it up towards the sky as deep as you can and lowering the forehead. And I want you to curl the toes and we're going to move into downward facing dog. Press the hips up nice and high. You can keep the knees bent for the first one. Lower the chest towards the mat and drop the head. Remembering nice strong arms. They can walk, step the feet out, waking up those calf muscles, hamstrings. For the first one today, and if you want to shake the hips from side to side, shake the hips from side to side. We're just moving and waking up the body. One more of these and stop the movement and see if you can press the heels closer towards the mat. If you can't, you can keep the knees bent. And just relax into the pose for a few more breaths. Remember breathing in all the way up the spine, sending all breath out. And then drop the knees towards the mat, press the toes together, knees wider than the mat, and moving into child's pose, releasing the hands out in front of you, pressing the buttocks towards the heels. Remember, you're all going to be different. Some are going to be up higher, lowering the body, the chest towards the mat, forehead towards the mat. One more of these, coming up into all fours, getting your foundation. Remember, we're all at different levels in this pose, so we're moving into downward dog. So if you're familiar with these poses, feel free to move into them or just be guided by my voice. Sometimes that's nice to forget that you actually know how to do things. You may learn some little tips and tricks along the way. One more breath, and then let's just walk to the front of the mat. We're going to inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky. I'm going to step to the back of my mat so you can see me. And we're going to move into a sun salutation. Now, if you're on your boat today, remember you can be on your knees to do this as well. Exhale, fold over the legs. You can bend the knees for the first one. Allow the head to hang. Inhale, raise up, pressing the hands towards the heart. Exhale, float the arms out towards the sides. And then exhale, fold over the legs, allow the hands to fall. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky, reaching. With the fingertips, feel that length in the spine, but try not to hug the shoulders up towards the ears. Allow them to melt down, getting that nice length. And exhale, fold over the legs. Allow the head to hang. As you inhale in, touch the hands to the heart. Nice long spine. And then exhale, allow the arms to float out, shoulder height. And exhale, send all breath out as you fold over the legs. Move the whole body along the mat. Coming back into your all fours. And we're moving down with the chest towards the mat. And just like a lizard, I want you to move through your hands all the way along the mat. Having the hands alongside the body, coming into our cobra pose. So tops of the feet are on the mat. It's just a nice gentle gaze up. And then curl the toes. Press back into all fours and press back into your downward facing dog. This is just a nice gentle flow. Again, if you need to step the heels out, you can step them out. Shake the head from side to side if you need to. Yes, yes, no, no with the head. And then relax into the pose. Remember, nice strong arms. Gripping into the mat with the fingers, creating a cupping action underneath the hands. Take a long, deep inhalation in and exhale all breath out. Walk forward to the front of the mat. We're going to inhale in, bringing the hands to the heart. We're going to exhale and float the arms out towards the sides. Bring the hands back down and lower all over the legs, fold over the legs. Allow the head to hang. Inhale, raise up all the way towards the sky. Reaching with the hands towards the sky. Now this time, press the hips forward, press the chest forward and arch back a little bit. Be kind to the spine. So really try and move the chest forward so you're taking any pressure off the lower back. One more breath. And then exhale, fold over the legs. We're warming up the body. Exhale, fold. Allow the hands to hang. Or you can have the hands onto the shins if you like. Inhale, raise up, cupping the hands to the heart. Nice smile on the dial, floating the arms out shoulder height. And then allow the head to fall over the legs. Bend the knees, inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky. This time pressing the hips forward, chest forward, arch back a little or a lot. Bringing the hands together in prayer position to the heart center. And now we're going to step back into our warrior pose. So left foot steps back to the back of the mat. The back foot's on a 45-degree angle in line with the mat. We're going to press the right knee towards the second toe. So when you gaze down, you just see the big toe. We're into our warrior two pose. Arms are out, shoulder height, gaze is over right middle finger. We're strengthening and toning the legs. Nice strong warrior arms, always smiling. Keep those inhalations and exhalations going. One more breath. Now we're going to take the right elbow and place it on the inside of the right knee. And we're going to raise the left arm up towards the sky. Now we're all going to be different in these poses. If you're more advanced, you may have your arm lengthened all the way along the right leg, fingertips touching towards the sky, but you don't have to. They're all going to be different. And if you would like to sweep that left hand up and over the head, palm facing down, you can. But remember to keep your breathing in for 3 to 4, out for 5 to 6. I won't keep you there much longer, coming up slowly. And I want you to reverse the warrior. So slide the left hand down the back leg, sweep the right hand up and over top of the head. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Keep creating that nice length in that right side waist area. Keep breathing, don't dump into the lower back. And then I want you to slowly windmill the hands back down to either side of the right foot and step it back into your downward facing dog. So remember, hands are shoulder width distance apart, cupping into the mat. Gather the arms in nice and strong. Some of us are going to have knees bent, some of us are going to be in our inverted V. Relax the head. Remember to breathe. Inhale in for 3 to 4. Breathe breath out for 5 to 6. Long and deep. Then drop the knees towards the earth. Let's press back in child's pose. Toes touching, knees can be as wide as the mat. Arms out in front of you, lower the forehead. Doing a vinyasa flow practice today. One more breath, coming back up into your downward facing dog. And this time I want you to raise the left leg up behind you if you can, and just step it forward between the hands. I want you to turn your back foot on a 45-degree angle, come up slowly onto your thighs, get your foundation so you're nice and strong. I want you to raise your arms up and unfold into your warrior pose on the other side. So arms are out, shoulder height, gaze is over left middle finger. Nice strong light legs, nice grounding down to the earth with the feet, spreading the toes as well. Keep breathing, relaxing. And we're going to take our left elbow and bring it to the inside of the left knee. And we're going to raise the right arm up towards the sky. You can look up at the right hand or down at the left foot. Again, if you have a little bit more opening and you would like to press the fingers down towards the earth, you can. And if you'd like to sweep the right hand up and over the top of the head, palm facing down. I know you're feeling that in the thighs. Keep breathing where you're feeling the opening. I won't keep you there much longer. Come up slowly. We're sliding the right hand down the back leg. We're sweeping the left hand up and over the top of the head into our reverse warrior. Really breathe into that opening all the way from the waist, all the way up. And then slowly, slowly windmill both hands down to either side of the left foot. Drag both feet back into your downward facing dog. Relax the forehead. Check in with the feet. Are they hip width distance apart? We don't want them together. Hands are shoulder width distance apart. Keep breathing, relaxing. We're getting a whole back body stretch in this pose. One more breath. Come up slowly, walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Fingertips on the shins. Exhale, all breath out as you fold over the legs. And as you raise up, we're going to go into chair pose today. So we're going to sit down like we're sitting down into a chair. Gather the arms in. We're sitting down a little bit lower, makes it a little bit easier in this pose. Toes are touching. Knees can be touching, or you can have, if you're on the boat and you have a little bit of movement, as I explained in one of the first videos, if you want to have the feet hip-width distance apart, that makes it a little bit easier. One more breath. And we're going to sweep that right hand to the outside, or the right elbow, sorry, to the outside of the left knee. Hands in prayer position. We're doing a gentle twist in the body. And just spear the head forward, creating that nice length in the spine. And turn and look off towards the left. Keep breathing, relaxing into the pose. One more breath. We're coming back out of the pose. If you'd like to lengthen through the legs, you can. You don't have to. You can stay into chair. Just giving you a little break there. Moving back down into your chair, or you can have your feet wide. And let's take that left elbow, place it on the outside of the right knee, hands in prayer position. Raise the elbow up, spear the head forward. Keep that length in the spine and just look off towards the right. Squeezing those organs together in these twists. One more breath, and then place both hands down onto the earth. And let's step back into our downward facing dog. Take a long, deep inhalation in through the nose and breathe all breath out. Long and deep. One more breath. I'm going to lower all the way to the mat. I'm going to step the right foot forward between the hands. And we're going to move into pigeon pose. Now again, if you have any knee injuries, could you please lie down onto your back? You can relax. And in any way you choose, you can place the right hand on the heart, left hand on the belly. Or if you prefer to be in supine pigeon, you can always lie down onto your back and thread the needle. Otherwise, we're dragging that right foot a little bit closer to the left hip, if that's too intense to have the shin along the mat, the front of the mat. Placing the hands spread nice and wide in front of you. Look behind at the back leg, make sure it's not off to the left or the right. Curl the toes, raise the knee, and just put the top of the foot onto the mat, gripping into the mat with the toes. And we can stay up here very high. Again, you can put a pillow or a blanket underneath that right hip if you like to settle into the pose. You're just going to breathe and relax. Now I want you to gently move the left hip forward and the right hip back. All that juiciness, opening up that right hip, that outer hip area. Breathe into it. It is an intense pose, so just relax, breathe into it. Releasing any stress, anxiety that we're holding in the hip area. Any worries or troubles. Remembering to spread the toes of the right foot as well. Just sort of pressing with the little toe into the mat of the right foot. Remembering to say these words to yourself. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be well. One more breath. And let's just roll over onto the right hip and drag both feet back together. Come up into all fours, and if you're lying down into the supine pigeon, change ankles, so you'll be crossing your left ankle over the right, below the right knee, clasp, threading the needle, like putting the hands through the gap you created, and resting into the pose. Otherwise, we're stepping the left foot forward, getting comfortable into the pose, looking back at that back foot, make sure that it's not off to the left or the right. Curl the toes, raise the knee, then plant the back foot into the mat, grip the toes into the mat. Remember, you can drag that left foot closer to the right hip. Feel comfortable with the hands onto the mat. And again, at home, if you're feeling you can go a little deeper in this pose and folding all the way forward, feel free to if you did it on the other side. Otherwise, let's just stay up high and slowly, slowly move that right hip forward and left hip back. So we're squaring the hips and we're starting to feel that opening in that outer left hip area. Be gentle to the body. If you're feeling like you're uncomfortable in this pose, just lie down on your back and put your hand on your heart, right hand on your heart, left hand on the belly. Sometimes we're just not feeling it some days. We want to rest. One more breath, and let's just roll over onto the left hip. Sweep the legs around, coming into all fours again. And I want you to press back up into your downward facing dog. So notice how your body's feeling. You're feeling a little warmer, your heels a little closer to the mat. Is the spine feeling more length? Relax the head. There's Jill's class, if you got to watch yesterday. We're breaking up all that fascia, releasing all that stiffness in the body with yoga, and making your body all youthful and flexible. One more breath. Let's come back down to the mat, toes touching, and let's press back into our child's pose. Knees can be as wide as the mat, arms out in front of you, lower the forehead. Really try and press the fingers away from you and then press the buttocks towards the heels. That way you feel that beautiful stretch in the whole spine, so it's moving in one direction and in the other and feeling that length. And don't force it, just do it gently and breathe in and enjoy the beautiful stretch. And one more breath, coming up slowly. And we're just going to open the shoulders a little bit. We're going to clasp the hands clasp the hands behind you. And we're going to slowly just raise the hands up, just to open up, relax the forehead to the mat. One more breath and release out of the pose. And I want you to come up onto your knees for camel pose. So with camel pose, I want you to have your knees hip width distance apart. So are your feet hip width distance apart, the tops of the toes pressing into the mat. I want you to spread your fingers nice and wide and place them on the lower back, on the sacrum area. So we don't want to be back like this. We want to make sure that our knees and our hips are in one line. We're going to slightly tilt the pubic bone. We're going to press through the sternum, and we're going to lower the head. We're opening up the front body here, shining the heart towards the sky. If you feel you can go deeper in this pose and your body is more open, you can have your hands on the backs of the legs. Or if you can move back without compromising the pose, keeping those hips nice forward, you can move holding onto the feet and dropping the head. But remember, don't collapse into the lower back. You want to press that sternum forward and up. One more breath. Release the hands wherever you are, chin to chest, and press back down into your child's pose. Lengthen, lengthen, walk those fingertips forward. Move the sit bones back and relax the forehead. Notice we're flexing and extending the spine. So we're moving the spine in one direction and then we're lengthening it out. One more breath. We're coming up onto all fours and then we're lying all the way along the mat. So this is my favorite pose, you always find crocodile pose in my class. So the right forearm is along the mat, the left forearm is stacked. So we have our feet wider off the mat and then we're going to lower the forehead. Now with this pose, we're doing deep breathing exercises. So I want you to take a long, deep inhalation in for a count of 4 to 5 through the nose. Feel how the belly is expanding underneath you. And send all breath out long and deep for a count of 5 to 6, releasing the belly into the mat, relaxing the lower back. And then relax into the pose. So always leaving your head down, looking down at the mat. And then I want you to reach the arms out to the side. We're going to fly into locust pose. So reaching the feet up. Some of us are going to have our feet up high. Some of us are just going to have our feet just gently off the mat. We're all at different stages. If you're in a room and practicing with someone else, don't be judged by how well or how high they're going. Just honor your body. Relax and breathe. One more breath. And then move back into stacking the left forearm, right forearm, or you can change sides if you like. Change arms, right and then left on top. Spread the legs and drop the head towards the arms. One more breath and then we're going to come back up into our locust pose again, raising the arms out. Just a nice soft gaze, looking up towards in front of you. Creating that nice arch in the lower back, some strength in the lower back. Pressing the pubic bone into the mat. One more breath and then release the hands, stack them. Left, right, underneath left, stack. And lower the forehead to the arms. Take a long, deep inhalation in for a count of 4 to 5 through the nose. Feel how the belly inflates underneath you. And send all breath out long and deep for a count of 5 to 6. Really slowly allow the belly to relax. The lower back relaxes. And one more breath. Now, if you'd like to go back into locust, you can, or if you'd just like to stay where you are in crocodile pose, honor your body, stay there. Or if you'd like to go into bow pose by reaching around, holding on at the ankles or the tops of the feet, and just bring the chin down towards the chest, towards the mat, I should say, sorry. And as you inhale in, come up, pressing those feet up and back and away. Nice, strong shoulders, broaden through the chest. And we're moving into bow pose. You can rock around a little on the belly if you like. One more breath, release the hands. Lower all the way back down, stacking the right forearm, left forearm on top, and lower the forehead to the arms. Take a long, deep inhalation in through the nose for a count of 4 to 5. Or deeper if you like. And then send all breath out as long and deep as your body allows. Releasing that lower back.
releasing your whole weight of your body into the mat.
One more breath and place the hands on either side of the chest. And let's press back into our child's pose. Toes touching, knees can be wide or together. Reach the hands out in front of you. Feel that length. Really walk those fingers forward. Press those sit bones back towards the heels. Again, I know some of you are going to be up high. That's perfectly fine. Lower the chest towards the mat and breathe. Relax. Lower the forehead. Just check in with your body while you're here. How are you feeling? One more breath, and let's come up slowly. And I want you to come to all fours again. And just sit back like you do in seated position, sitting onto... I was going to do something different there, that's why I was pausing. I was thinking that we might do the crossover, but I thought, no, I'm going to change my mind. And let's just come to a seated position anywhere you choose. And I want you to raise the right arm up towards the sky. And I'm going to bend at the elbow. And we're going to use the left hand on the right elbow, and we're going to slowly, slowly walk those fingertips down the back. So opening up the shoulder here. The main thing I don't want you to do is press with your neck. I don't want you to cause any issues in your neck. So you're sitting nice and tall, nice smile on the dial. Just opening up the shoulder area. If you want to go deeper into the pose, you can. Just honor your body. Ask yourself why. Reach the left hand up and around and clasp onto both hands. Or use a strap if you have a strap with you. Or you can even use your shirt. So I won't keep you in that pose much longer. Releasing the hands and raising up when we go to the other side. Bend at the elbow. And we're taking the right hand on the left elbow and we're slowly walking those fingertips down. Remembering to keep a nice long spine, the neck is nice and long, the crown of the head's reaching towards the sky. If you want to go deeper, again, remember you can reach around, clasp onto both hands or clasp onto your shirt or use a strap. All different. Keep breathing, relaxing into the pose. If you're ever feeling any pinching or in the neck or feeling uncomfortable midway in the pose, always just back up a little bit so you're not straining so much. One more breath and then just release out of the pose. Let's just do a little circular motion, sweeping clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Just to shake that off a little bit. And release the legs out in front of you for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Opening up the whole back body in this pose. Toes touching, knees can be raised, hands are spread. We're planting them behind us to help us move the body over the legs, remembering that rotation of the pelvis, moving this way. We're not moving this way and rounding like this over the pose. We've got a nice long spine, moving this way, reaching onto the ankles or the feet, or you can keep the hands behind you if you like. Beginners, it's actually really helpful to use the fingertips to just feel that motion, just as I explained if you've been to any of my other classes, like a slippery slide, feeling like that pelvis is falling forward. but moving back at the same time. One more breath and come up slowly. Moving into our Janu Shasana pose, bringing the left leg out and just on a slight angle, pressing the right foot to the inside of the left leg, using the left hand behind you and sweeping the right hand to the outside of the left foot. As you inhale, create some length in the spine, and as you exhale, you fold over the leg, left rib cage, left leg in one line. Take some long inhalations and exhalations in. We're always using our breath. In for 3 to 4, out for 5 to 6. As you inhale in, lengthen. As you exhale, fold deeper. This is called head to knee pose as well. So if you're more advanced in the pose and you would like to take another inhalation in and exhale, fold over the legs and touch the head to the knee. You don't have to do that. I'd rather you stay up high if this is the first time you're doing this pose. Coming up slowly, taking that left elbow on the inside of the left leg. We're turning from the belly, placing that right hand on the right hip. We're going to open up towards the right. We're going to side tilt the pelvis over that left leg. And we're going to sweep the right hand up and over top of the head. So really try and open up a little bit more towards the right as well. So the right hip's moving back, left hip's moving forward. Really feel all that juiciness, all that opening in hip area as you're folding over the leg. And you're creating a nice strong leg, the left leg that's straight, so you're creating length in the hamstring, calf muscle there as well. One more breath, calming up slowly. And releasing, changing sides to Janu Shasana on the other side. Reaching that left leg out, placing the left foot to the inside. Remembering you can always support your raised left knee if your knee's raised with a pillow or a blanket underneath it to feel a little bit more comfortable in the pose. Using the right hand behind you, left hand's the outside of the shin or ankle, and then we're folding right rib cage, right leg in one line. Really use those fingertips behind you to help you press forward, fold over the legs. You'll feel more length in the leg, in the straight leg. And you're also feeling a twist and opening in the left outer hip and side waist area as well. Again, folding deeper, touching the head to the knee if that's where your body's wanting to be today, if you want to create a little bit more opening. One more breath, coming up slowly, bringing the right elbow to the inside of the right leg, remembering we're side tilting the pelvis over the right leg, placing the left hand on the left hip, and we're opening up towards the left. Remember to spread the toes with the straight leg. Sweeping the left hand up and over top towards the right toes. We're really opening up towards the left. So we don't want to, the more advanced is that we're holding onto the foot, but we don't want to move forward like this to be able to do that. We actually, if you want to come into this beautiful opening, you want to make sure that you're actually in the pose and you're able to open up towards the left and get the whole beautiful experience of the pose. So never rush into the final destination of the pose or the final advance of the pose. One more breath, coming up. Now let's join both our feet together for our butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. Let's rock around a little bit with the knees flapping them like the butterfly. I remember teaching a little girl in Muscat Cove in Fiji this, and she had the biggest smile on her face. It always makes me smile when I do this pose. So holding on at the feet, pressing the elbows to the insides of the legs. And let's just stay here for a moment. Take an inhalation in, lengthen through the spine, with a nice long spine. And as you exhale, fold a little deeper over the legs. So again, most of us are going to be up high. Remembering that pelvis that is tilting the same way as in Paschimottanasana. So we're not rounding into the belly like this and concaving up like this. We're moving back. My teacher always says this analogy with this pelvis is that we don't want to be doing the Michael Jackson whoop-whoop, how he does that. We want to be tilting it backwards. One more breath, inhale in, and exhale, fold a little deeper. Breathe into those inner groins and the opening in the inner legs. Again, if you're ever feeling like that's too much of a strain and you're trying to force your legs down towards the earth, raise them up a little bit. One more breath, and let's come out of the pose and let's lie down onto our backs. And let's raise the legs up towards the sky today. You can hold on to the backs of the legs, or if you have the ability, you can use a strap around the legs, or hold on to the feet. You can have bent knees slightly if you like, but the main thing is you're not raising the buttocks up towards the sky. Then take the hands to the insides of the legs and allow them to open up like a wide leg supine pose. You can either hold on to the inner legs, use a strap if you have a strap around the legs, or holding on to the feet if you're able to. Or back to the calf muscles. So breathe into that opening. And then join the feet back together. And then join both feet together for a supine Baddha Konasana, like we just did seated. So remembering nearly all yoga poses that we do standing, we can actually do on our backs as well. So it's quite interesting. So if you're on the boat, remember that you don't have to be always standing if the seas are a little choppy. Let's just bring both knees together. Let's roll around clockwise, anti-clockwise, and give your lumbar area a nice little massage. And then release the legs back down towards the earth. And we're going to move into our bridge pose. Or if you're feeling like today, I just want to rest, you can rest in child's pose if you like. Clasping the hands, just walk the heels in slightly, clasping the hands underneath the body, pressing the pinky fingers into the mat. Press the hips up nice and high towards the sky. Pressing the heart up towards the sky, we're opening up the whole front body here. Try not to squeeze those glutes together too tightly, release them a little. And remembering the knees, it's like you've got a block or between the knees, or you can put a block between the knees actually. It's a good way for this pose. So the knees aren't touching. Breathing in, relaxing into the pose. Now if you want to raise the right foot up towards the sky, you can. You don't have to. Press the right heel towards the sky, the left heel towards the earth. And if you've raised the right foot, raise the left leg up towards the sky. Pressing the left foot into the sky, the right foot into the earth. Release the left foot if you did. And everybody just roll down one vertebra at a time, swinging the knees into the chest and rolling around clockwise, anti-clockwise. Give the lumbar that beautiful massage. And we're moving back into the second bridge pose. So planting the feet onto the mat. You can walk them in slightly towards the hands that are alongside the body. Press the hips up nice and high towards the sky, creating that beautiful bridge arch. Close down the eyes a little.
Press the pinky fingers into the mat. Relax the shoulders. Hips up nice and high. I know you're feeling that in your thighs as well, your glutes. Just breathe, relax into it. This is day 5, so everyone's doing so great. One more breath, and then release all the way down, one vertebra at a time. And let's swing the legs up towards the sky for our happy baby pose. So holding on to the sides of the feet, press the whole tailbone along the mat as you press into the feet, pressing those knees towards the armpits or out wide. So we don't want our toes touching. We're actually got a wide stance with the feet. One more breath and release the hands. Place the feet down onto the mat and press the hips up nice and high towards the sky. Clasp the hands underneath you. Now there's a couple of variations here. If you would like to raise the right foot up towards the sky, you can, and then alternate and go to the left after a few breaths. Or if you'd like to go into wheel pose, placing the hands underneath the shoulders. This is a more advanced pose, so if you want to just watch, gathering the arms in, and we're pressing up with nice strong arms into wheel. So no pinching or crunching in the lower back. Remember, you can come up onto the feet, onto the toes, I should say. Nice strong arms, keep breathing, relaxing, a beautiful heart opening, beautiful front body opening pose. But as I said, it is more advanced, so please be careful. One more breath, chin to chest. Roll down one vertebra at a time and swing the legs up towards the sky. Clasp the hands to the outsides of the feet. Press with the feet, fingers into the feet. Check in with your breath. Sometimes that really opens up the heart, makes the heart pump a little faster. Your breath might be a little quicker. Just relax the breath. Now bring the knees into the chest. Now 2 variations I want to do today. We can either just allow the knees to fall over towards the left, or if you would like to do eagle legs and place the right foot and wrap it around the calf muscle as best you can of the left and allow it to fall over towards the left. You don't have to do that, but everyone either the knees together or an eagle, and then the right hand is out towards the side, the arm is up a little bit, and your gaze is just off towards the right. Keep breathing into the pose. If it's feeling uncomfortable at all with the arm raised up high, just release it back down. You don't have to feel any pain or discomfort in any of these poses. You can just have the right arm alongside the body if that opening of the shoulder is too intense. So one more breath. Then we're going to release all that beautiful, fresh, oxygenated blood as we unwrap out of our twist. And we're either, if you're in with your knees, just dropping towards the right, or if you're going the other side, wrapping the left foot around the outside of the right calf muscle, and we're releasing our eagle legs, our twisted legs off towards the right. Just everybody relax the right hand onto the knees. Raise the left arm up and up, out and up a little bit. And your gaze, your left ear is dropping towards the left side of the mat. Remembering always to honor your body in these poses. One more breath. If your eagle legs, unwrap your eagle legs. Everybody roll back to the midline of the body. And I want you to just move the body up and see if you can wrap your arms around your knees, giving yourself a nice little hug. And then lower the head, lower the whole spine along the mat. If you can't do that, you can just hold on to the knees with the hands. One more breath, and then release the legs all the way along the mat for the final pose today, Shavasana. So allow the feet to just flop open towards the sides. The arms are out, the palms are up, the head relaxes. And if for any reason, if it's a little bit cooler, I forget that it's warmer here, but if it's cooler, grab a blanket or a towel and cover yourself up, because you'll be cooling off now after being so warm. Get comfortable. So allow the fingertips to be soft, the feet to be relaxed. The eyes are soft. You stay where you are, I will just sit up so you can hear me a little better. Just allow the breath to return to its natural breathing flow. Your life force just moves throughout your body without a thought. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth and relax your jaw. Allow the whole body to become heavy along the mats. Neck, shoulders, chest, back, belly, hips, thighs, knees, ankles, feet, hands, arms, elbows, back of the head, facial muscles all relaxed. Imagine my hands raising up under the earth below you and gently pressing my fingertips onto your hips. Gently, gently moving so the lower back releases a little more into the mat. I'm moving behind your head. My fingertips are gently pressing into the temples, relaxing the temples. You're smelling a beautiful scent that's raising your vibration and your relaxation. My hands are pressing to your shoulders. They're releasing them a little gently, more towards the earth. Stay here for another few moments.
Sink a little deeper. Allow the muscles to melt to the floor as if lying in a hammock. Surrender. Allow your mind to take a break from past and future thoughts. Surrender to the present moment. Accept yourself just as you are. Experience peace. Slow your breath. Enjoy your breath. Allow your belly to rise and fall naturally. You are in touch with you. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. Slowly start to move the toes gently and move the fingers and roll over onto the right side of your body. Staying there in the fetal position just for a moment. Then slowly make your way back to a seated position where we began the practice today. Sitting comfortably any way you choose. Close down the eyes. I'll finish the practice today with 3-level breath. 3-level breath, I'll just step you through it again. We're going to take 3 small sips of air like you're sipping through a straw. Holding for 3 to the lower belly. 3 small sips of air like sipping through a straw to the ribs. 3 small sips of air to the upper chest, heart, lungs, and hold all that breath for 8, and we're going to breathe all breath out. So relax the body. Take an inhalation in through the nose, nice and deep. Send all breath out, a little more. Take 3 small sips of air to the lower belly, hold for 3. 3 small sips of air to the lower ribs, hold for 3. 3 small sips of air to the upper chest, heart, lungs. Hold all for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe all breath out. Long and deep. Flooding your body with relaxation. Let's acknowledge your intention you made at the beginning of the practice today. And let's send some gratitude for something, someone, or something in nature before we end the practice today. I'm grateful for each and every one of you joining me today. As you deepen your breath and slowly resume the pace of everyday life as we know it, notice how good it feels to be alive. Taking the hands together in prayer at the heart, joining them to the third eye between the brow, and bowing. Namaste everyone. Have a beautiful day or evening wherever you are in the world. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Have a wonderful day. Oh, I don't know if I've missed anyone. Hi, Zoe. Nice to see you. Oh. Were you having trouble with me today? Hello. Okay.